Ahoy Explorers, I'm Nia, and this is entry number 7. Today we're going to be exploring something very unique and different from what I have done before. This particular rum is from Mauritius. I'm so happy that my friends Janice and Adrian got me this bottle. It's very unique, as you can see. The design and everything is bottled and made in Mauritius. Actually, let me correct myself. The bottle is actually made in South Africa. The designer had this great idea of doing an Art Deco style of bottle, which is very unique. This particular bottle is the STARR Ultra Superior Light Rum. It is a product of Mauritius, so we're gonna explore this today. The great thing about this one is that Mauritius is such a tiny little island, but this bottle has so many different notes. And I read on the website that it has like vanilla, cardamom, what else? Hints of cherry, cardamom, citrus, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla, which by the way is my favorite taste and smell. And Mauritius is the only place that naturally grows vanilla. So if you ever get vanilla and it's a good type of vanilla, it'll be from Mauritius. It also, they do blending of multiple aged rums, and they're very particular about distilling all the colors and flavors of this rum, which is amazing. They also pride themselves on doing double distillation, which leads to something that is completely filtered of color and impurities. This particular rum has only 60 calories per serving, and let's go ahead and give it a try. So let's try it neat. Oh, let me address the elephant in the room, by the way. The hat is back, so let me know if you liked my mini little pirate hat or this big one is back. So let's try this. I am gonna use my aroma rum training kit to see if I can pick up, obviously, vanilla, since it's one of my favorites. It's something I've already tested before, so I want to try the more unique smells. I'm gonna try and see if they have cinnamon, cardamom. I have the nutmeg too, would be interesting to see. So it is a clear rum, so they do pride themselves on removing the colors and the impurities, even though it's multiple rums in here throughout the aging process. But it is made and bottled in Mauritius. So this is 100% rum from Mauritius. Okay, for me it tastes a little bit like, definitely I can taste the cherry, but it literally kind of tastes like licorice a little bit. But okay, and I know it's a love and hate relationship with licorice. I personally don't like licorice, but this is not a particularly bad licorice. Sadly, it kind of because of the cherry, it kind of gives me like a cold tasting medicine. A little bit like those sprays that you put on your throat when it's bothering you. I know that sounds horrible, and I'll leave it up to you. This bottle is not cheap. When I looked it up online, it was $98 USD. So if you like these types of flavors, it would be great for you to buy this bottle. It's gorgeous, like we've always talked. The label is very sleek, the lettering, everything. The unique shape of the bottle also kind of stands out if it's like on a shelf or anything. I know some of you are very lucky and have a full bar in your house. I'm so happy that you're able to do that, but me, in my particular house, this is a really big bottle for me to have, but it is a beautiful bottle. I'm happy my friends gave it to me, but just by the taste, I'm not a huge fan of this. But like I said, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are going to love this. So I'm going to try to see if I can kind of find those smells in there. So obviously, like I said, the vanilla I've already smelled, I've already tried, and it says cardamom, which unfortunately I don't have any in this particular rum aroma kit. It says citrus, so we can do the citrus, which is number 7. Which is number 7, so I'm going to do that one first because it's the easiest one, because as if hopefully you've seen the previous video, the rum that was from Florida, they had a lot of oranges, but it was more of like the orange, the inside of the orange. So I left the orange here. I'm gonna see, there's an option that says number 15, which is nut. I'm hoping between the nutmeg and the cardamom, it'll give me that nutty smell. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that one. That's gonna be number 15 in the aroma training kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that one as well. And see, because cardamom, so I do like to cook, so luckily I could possibly bring out my nutmeg, because I do have nutmeg in my pantry. So I might bring out that as like a last resource, because I'm dying to see how it compares with the smells. This is obviously an elaborate rum, so there's a lot of smells and notes to it. So this is gonna be the nut smell. So I got citrus, nut, and then tropical fruits. I wish there was something like strawberry or cherry. I'm sure in the wine kit. So I think I'm gonna buy the wine kit of these eventually when I'm able to get some more funds for that, because if you look at the rum aroma training kit, it is very nice, but there's only 24 cents. When you look at the wine one, it's so extensive. It has like berries and berries and different flavors that are not, different smells that are not in here. So it'll be very interesting to see how the experience goes. Even though it is not a wine, there are, as we can see, some rums that do have cherry in them. But I'm going to go ahead and gonna try this with a little bit of ice. There's a little bit of a burn. This particular bottle, as I mentioned, retails for $98, so it is not cheap. So I personally wouldn't buy it, wouldn't add it to my collection. I'm not a big licorice cherry flavor type of person. The rums that I particularly like are either very citrusy, clean, or the lovely spiced rums. Spiced rums are my favorite. Age, I like more like on the smoky side. So if you do like cherry rums with a little bit of nutmeg or cinnamon or vanilla kind of taste, this would be for you. Just unfortunately not for me. it's interesting how when you put ice in this, even though it's just a little bit, it changes the profile completely. And that's why I always do the knead step, and then I do the step where I put some ice, because it does change the profile. Now I can definitely smell some of the citrus, and the cherry just explodes with the ice. And I don't know if it's because it's chilled and it might reduce the nose or the taste of the rest, but I honestly don't taste the vanilla, which I'm kind of disappointed because, like I mentioned, it's my favorite. But yeah, this is a gorgeous island, so if you do look at pictures, they do have a lot of volcanoes, so I'm sure all their vegetables and fruits are gorgeous and very rich, because that's what happens. So because this is a volcanic island and they have rich volcanic soil, I'm sure the fruits and the vegetables and all of these elements that are in this nut are gorgeous, and usually with a lot of destruction comes a lot of beauty. But for me specifically, even with the ice, it tastes, like I mentioned, like the spray that you put to numb your throat in case you're sick or something. So I went into their website, and the only thing they recommended with this particular rum is going to be a little bit of lemon juice and some soda water, because that's what they recommend. They believe that this is so impure and so perfect. Again, it's only 60 calories per serving. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. Okay, I'm not gonna torture you this time. So I did make fresh squeezed lemon before I started this, so you're welcome. So I'm going to add this to my tins and see how it goes. Again, a little bit of ice. I'm kind of bummed. I was hoping this was gonna be a little bit better, but the cherry taste kind of kills me. I am once again gonna use the jigger. Oh, before I forget, let me do, so the little stick on the left hand side was the citrus. And then on the left, it was the nut. Okay, I typically don't go back to the neat, but because the ice kind of diluted everything, I'm gonna try and do this with the neat. Okay, so I dumped the ice out. I'm gonna try this with a little bit of this neat just to compare, because I really want to smell that nut in there. Oh, the other thing I just noticed, you know how a lot of companies have gone to that, I don't know if it's not original cork. This goes back to the original cork, so I'm already seeing a little bit of residue on the sides of the bottle, which if you're a little bit of a germaphobe or something, that might worry you. Just letting you know, just an observation. I really don't care. The only thing that concerns me is that if it'll change the taste to it, which that will upset me. Particles of the cork in there. So just an observation, don't shoot the messenger. So let's see, a little bit of the nut. I don't know. I don't smell it. Okay, so old school. I'm gonna try this spice. It supposedly has nutmeg, and I do have some in my pantry, so I want to go ahead and try it. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have ground nutmeg. I'm going to put a little bit on the plate just to compare. And again, I went back to neat. And see, when I add the ice, it dilutes the nose. So it's really good for you to always try rums, in my opinion. Neat first. Okay, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I can smell the nutmeg in there. Wow, that's amazing. And like I said, this is obviously a training process for me. I am a rum enthusiast, so it's going to be interesting how my nose evolves into detecting all these smells. But I cannot smell the vanilla. I can definitely smell a little bit of the cherry, the nutmeg, a little bit of the cinnamon, and the citrus, of course. But with this nutmeg, that was so helpful. So hey, if you don't want to splurge on the rum aroma kit, maybe if you get fresh spices or fresh vanilla or something similar to this, maybe you can try it out, because right now it popped. So I'm going to try what they recommended, which is just a little bit of lemon, and I'm gonna do a splash of seltzer water. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to do, I have the ice in here, and I'm basically gonna pour just what I had left there, which I don't think is much. Let me measure it to be sure. Okay, definitely this is way too little. As we all know, I'm a heavy-handed drinker. So I'm gonna do at least 1.5 ounces, you know? Even in the stringiest bars, they give you 1.5 ounces. I was gonna do 2, but I don't know. I'm not feeling so confident in this rum. So I'm gonna do 1.5 ounces of this. And then I'm going to do 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. Again, I'm not gonna torture you this time watching me squeeze all these lemons. So I'm gonna add that. You always wanna use the seltzer water as a topper. I'm gonna shake this up just to mix it. Nothing crazy. And then I'm going to put it in my little special cup. And what I highly recommend is doing the seltzer last, because if you shake it in that, you're going to lose all the gases. So just a little splash, and we'll see how it goes. Cheers, guys. That is very smooth. You can't even taste the liquor in there though. So I don't know if it's me or because I'm so heavy-handed during this quarantine and I've gotten used to like drinking all of this, but you really don't need anything else. It's very smooth with the lemon. It's very refreshing. I like it more mixed, so I'd say I'm probably gonna use this as a mixing rum, not so much as this for neat or on the rocks. Mixing white rum. Maybe I will try some mojitos. This might be a good mixing rum for that. But I hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I unfortunately will not buy this bottle again, because to me it kind of tastes like medicine for when you have a cold or a cough or something going on with your throat, especially, you know, when we're talking price point, almost $100, 100 USD. To me, it's just not worth it. It was a gift, so I truly appreciate it. I love trying rums from all over the world. And it's funny now that my friends have been seeing that I do have this channel. They've been so thoughtful to give me a ton of bottles. So more reviews coming up, so make sure you subscribe. If you do want to recommend any bottles from Africa, I would absolutely love that. I've never been to Africa, so this was a little bit of a disappointment, but if you like cherry and vanilla and those kind of notes, I definitely suggest buying this and exploring if you are into those notes.